Get right here. Shoot that gap, loss of 5. It's beautiful.
No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back. So they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to buy the cheapest and most reliable Madden coins on the market, head over to buymaddencoins.com. They guarantee a 5-minute delivery on all purchases and offer 24/7 customer support. Use code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my defensive ebook. This video is going to be all about run defense. So if you're playing Madden 20, you know how difficult it can be to stop the run. So I'm going to go over all the ins and outs and everything you need to know about stopping the run in Madden 20 in May. Before we get into the video, got to take care of a few things. If you don't want to see any of this stuff and just get straight to the video, it'll only take a minute. Be patient, sit tight. Good things come to those who wait. The first thing is please go follow me on Instagram. I just made an Instagram for my YouTube channel. It's at Mazomatic, the same as my YouTube channel. I only have a few hundred followers. It's very lonely over there, so please go give me a follow. I'll leave it on the screen and in the comments. If you go do that, it'd be much appreciated. And the second thing is please go subscribe to my second channel. I know I don't upload very much on here, so I'm trying to kind of mix in some other content for you guys. I got streaming, the main YouTube channel, and then of course the second channel. We just posted the first video over there. It's under 1,000 views. We don't even have 1,000 subscribers on the channel. So if you are a supporter of my channel, please go sub to my second channel. Again, I'll put the link in the comments and show a graphic on the screen as well for you guys. Now, the final thing, as always, we're going to take a look at the best and the worst comments of the day. Unfortunately, we are running low on best comments. My comment section is almost entirely worst comments. So instead of best and worst comment, we're just going to do 2 worst comments of the day. The first worst comment of the day comes from Gian, who said, when you find Thick Dick Vic and Big Ball Sack Benjamin hooking up in the locker room after the game. Got 27 upvotes. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know. And the second worst comment comes from Jason Crocker, who said, I think my uncle is an X Factor player in real life. Okay, why is this? My little sister said he keeps on using Unstoppable Force and inside stuff on her. 75 upvotes. Guys, that's kind of funny. That's a little bit funny. I'll give you that. It's a little funny. So as I said in this section of the ebook, we are going to be talking about run defense. I am in the Green Bay Packers defensive playbook. It is not necessary that you're in the exact same playbook as me, but Green Bay does have all the formations I use. So if you do want to follow along and run the exact same stuff I'm running, I'm in Green Bay Packers defensive playbook. We're going to be talking about 3 different topics in this video. The first thing is going to be a more all-encompassing look at run defense, the difference between a cover 2 and a cover 3 and how they play in the run game. The second thing is I'm going to be giving you guys the safest, best, one-size-fits-all run defense that I pretty much run against any run play in the game. And third, I'm going to give you a very aggressive run defense that works well against certain popular formations. So to start, we're going to be talking about how to get the most out of your run defense, and that's going to come from a more basic understanding of how different plays are going to play in the run game. On offense, we're going with the random run with the Cowboys, so this is probably the best running team in the game. And then on defense, we're just the Falcons because I just chose a random team. So starting with a cover 3, this, in my opinion, is the worst type of run defense in the game right now. The reason is, if you look at your run fits, this is where everything boils down to. You look at your run fits, you see all 3 deep blues are not involved in the run game, meaning that when the ball is hiked, so let's hike the ball on offense here, they are not going to play the run at all. You're going to see all 3 deep zones, your corners and your safety are going to back off. So if we're looking at when the ball is hiked, you're going to see this corner backs off, this safety is completely backing off. This corner backs off as well. And then when you compare it to one of the guys down in the box, right off the snap, they're going for block sheds. They're flat-footed, trying to play the run a little bit more aggressively. So for the run game, you got 8 guys attacking the ball, ready for the run, and you got 3 guys kind of playing the pass first. And that's not really great when you compare it to other coverages. So now when we compare that cover 3 to a cover 4, we take a look at the run fits. You're going to see this time the safeties are involved in the run game. That's standard across all cover 4s. So that leaves us with 9 guys in the run game being aggressive. The only people that are going to play off are the corners on the outside. When we look at a Tampa 2, it's going to be the same thing, except this time it's the corners playing aggressively and the safeties are going to play off. So if you just simplify that, both a cover 4 and a cover 2 are going to play the run better than a cover 3 because they have an extra guy in the run game. Now, here's where this understanding comes into play. If we go back to this cover 4 drop show 2, look at the safeties. They are inside. They're not out wide. So do you think this is going to be good against the stretch? Probably not. These safeties are going to come down and play in the run game. It's going to leave some lanes to the outside. Probably not the greatest against a stretch, but it's going to be great at blowing up inside runs. It's going to be better than a cover 2, where if we look at a cover 2, we get our run fits from the outside. So because of the corners coming in from the outside, a cover 2 is going to be better against stretches and any tosses or anything to the outside. So keep that in mind, guys. A cover 4 is going to be your best bet at blowing up an inside run. A cover 2 is going to be your best bet at blowing up an outside run. Now, here's another tip that maybe a lot of people don't know. It's that if you QB spy someone, they are going to play great in the run game. So for this reason, I really love, if you know they're going to run, a cover 2 has all 9 guys in there, and then you're going to spy your 2 safeties. That is going to put all 11 players attacking the run first. And obviously with a setup like this, you're going to be vulnerable in the pass game. But like I said, this is if somebody's continually running the ball on you, you don't know what to do. You can afford to play a little bit more aggressively to stop those runs. And this is a great look. If we do hike the ball on offense, you're going to see we get 11 dudes flying to the ball, blow that up in the backfield. That was a stretch out of one of the most popular formations in the game. And if we take a look, all I did was run a stock cover 2 with my 2 safeties QB spied. And we're going to look at how easily we blow up this run. We got guys, we got like 4 or 5 extra guys. So even if they break a tackle, we're there. And if you compare that to a standard stock play, it's much better. And as you can see, if you look at these safeties right here, normally they're going to back off like they did in the first time. But here on the snap, because of the QB spy, they're getting up there, getting physical, and making a play behind the line of scrimmage. So with that being said, that kind of gives you guys a basic understanding of how the different coverages are in the run game. And like I said, if you ever need some extra support from those guys who aren't involved, go ahead and QB spy them and they'll play the run excellent. Another thing to keep in mind, though, is you don't want to QB spy someone who's already in the run game. So if we are in a cover 4 drop show 2, you wouldn't want to QB spy your safeties because, as we saw, they're already playing the run. So that QB spy is kind of redundant. It's not needed. It's just making you vulnerable in the pass game for no reason. Now, if you are running that cover 4, it would be ideal to QB spy the outside corners, but unfortunately, you can't do that. It's just not an option to spy the outside corners. So your next best bet is going to be manning up these outside corners. And you're going to see, if we run the ball, I just manned up the corners. That's a corner who made a play right there. Now, he didn't play it as well as he would have in a QB spy, but again, we watch how he plays. He didn't really back up as much. He was much quicker to make a play on the ball. He ended up making a tackle about 1 or 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. So to summarize, in my opinion, your best bet for run defense is going to be out of a cover 2 or a cover 4. And if you need some extra support, don't be shy to spy those safeties, and you should be able to lock up pretty much any run that way. Now let's get into kind of a universal one-size-fits-all run defense that will blow up almost any run in the game. The formation we're going to be running out of is nickel 3-3-5 wide. Like I said, this is in the Green Bay Packers playbook. It's in a ton of other playbooks as well. So nickel 3-3-5 wide. The play we're working out of is cover 2 man. I'm going to go over the setup as well. We're going against any random run from the Cowboys. So this is what your play art looks like when you come out. The adjustments are fairly simple. You're going to want to user this middle linebacker, and you're going to preferably have somebody fast. Okay, someone fast as your user. Now I'm going to go over the adjustments for you guys. You're going to come out, you're going to press. So that's triangle, left stick down, press everybody. You're going to spread your D-line. That's D-pad to the left, left stick up. You're going to crash your D-line that you just spread inside. So again, D-pad to the left, right stick is slant inside. And then you're going to QB spy your safeties as, beautiful way to stop the run. This should essentially, you user this middle linebacker, stop almost any run of the game. We hike the ball here. Now, that was just a weird run. That was like a jet sweep. But we did tackle him behind the line of scrimmage. So if we set this up again, it's going to be press, spread the D-line, slant them inside, and QB spy the safeties. And then you are going to be using the middle linebacker here. Now, I know this is going to be a run, but if they are giving you a look where you're afraid you're going to pass, you can make whatever adjustments you want behind that. So usually my safety is going to be using middle. I'm going to blitz all my linebackers because I don't want any linebackers manned up. And then I'm going to put my outside guys in quarters, okay? So that should give us a pretty decent look against the pass. And then if they do run the ball, which I know they're going to do here, you're going to see that QB spy completely played that run perfectly. So again, if we look at it, this is why we love the QB spies, because normally this guy wouldn't be involved in the run game, but you see right off the snap, there he sees the handoff, he comes, and then he plays it perfectly, takes a great angle, and he makes a tackle for 0 yards. This is a computer-controlled player that just stopped a run at the line of scrimmage, okay? The computer got 0 yards. I didn't even user this guy. He came down on his own from the safety spot and made a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that's why we QB spy our safeties. So again, just to hammer this home, guys, it's nickel 3-3-5 wide. The play is cover 2 man. You're going to press, spread your D-line, slant the D-line inside, and then QB spy your safeties. That's all that's necessary to stop in the run game. Any adjustments you want to make on the back end to prevent vulnerability in the pass game, that's up to you. I already kind of showed you what I'd like to do. But if we watch that in the run game one more time, you can see the user gets there, and again, made a tackle for 0 yards. And again, this is against the Dallas Cowboys, the best running team in Madden. Now, to finalize this setup before we move on, I get a lot of comments sometimes saying there's too many adjustments, or there's no way somebody could make those adjustments before they hike the ball. But I want to show you guys all these adjustments can be made in about 2 to 3 seconds. I will start now. And we are all set up. You guys saw that literally took me like 2 seconds. The run defense is all set up. Again, anything on the back end you want to do, I would probably do this in this situation. We got good run defense. We got deep on the left. I'm going to user deep if they pass. And then we got a soft squat on the right in case there's any corner routes or anything like that. You know there's no deep threats right because there's no receivers out there. So if there's no receivers out to the right, I'm not going to put a deep zone out there. And then we watch in the run game, little trap here, and we got boys all over it, making a great play. So that's it. Now, the final run defense I want to talk about is a more aggressive run defense, and you can pull out and pretty much shut down some of the most popular formations in the game. And it's out of pinch dog to press, which is probably one of my favorite plays this year, if not my favorite. So we're going to call pinch dog to press, and the formation we're going to run against is I form close halfback stretch, which, as you guys know, is a very, very popular run. So we're going to come out in that halfback stretch. You're going to see the defense is pinch dog 2. You are going to want to user the linebacker to the side you think they're going to run the ball. This only works if you know they're running the ball to one way. So let's say I know he's going to run halfback stretch to the right. I'm going to use Jones here, this right side middle linebacker. So the setup is as follows. Pinch your entire team. L1 down on the left stick. Everyone's going to come down. Then all you need to do is put your user in a deep third. Hover right here between the center and guard. And then when they hike it, you can shoot this gap here. I messed up because it's hard to hike it and shoot the gap at the same time because it's a very timing-based thing. But I'll show you guys again. We're going to go over the same play. Pinch your whole team. Put the middle guy in a deep third, okay? So that's all it looks like. Then we hike. Wait a second, and you shoot that gap right there. Hit him in the backfield. He lost 3 or 4 yards. I have personally won multiple games by shooting this gap and making game-saving tackles. So pinch your whole team. Put them in a deep third. You got to be on the side they are running the stretch to. Come hover in this gap and shoot that gap. Get a loss of 4. It's consistent every time. It works against most I-forms with 2 receivers. So that's going to be I-form close slot, I-form slot, I-form close. Any of those, any of them with 1 receiver is a little bit more difficult. It does work against I-tight. So if somebody's in I-tight, this is a great way to blow up the stretch. But like I said, you do got to know what side they're running it to. So if my offensive player switched the play to the left, so let's say he's running the ball to the left, and I was to do the same setup and hover right here, I would not be successfully shooting the gap here. Actually, you could almost get in there, but it's not going to be as consistent there. You see, he gets to the outside on me. However, if I go to the other side, so once we get back on offense, if I go to the other side and I user this left guy and I hover right here, I will be able to shoot a gap. So we're going to flip that play again on offense. And you're going to see on defense right here, you see we shoot that gap. Again, I wasn't able to get there. Again, it's kind of difficult to do offense and defense at the same time. But you guys get the picture. It's very simple and very effective. It is a little bit aggressive because if you don't shoot the gap successfully, they're usually going to get 5+ yards on this run. But again, all you do is pinch the entire team. I like to QB contain as well. And then put your user in a third. Get right here. Shoot that gap, loss of 5. It's beautiful. So in this video, I kind of showed you guys how to be better in the run game. In Madden 20, it couldn't be more valuable. You know, if you can shut down someone's run, you're going to really change the type of game you're going to play. You're going to win a lot more games if you're able to effectively shut down the run. The way I'm playing a weekend league, if somebody only runs the ball, they're not going to score. They're going to maybe get 3 points the entire game. And so I hope this video helps you guys have the same success because I know for me now, I don't even worry about the run game. It's not difficult. So hopefully with these tips, you guys are able to feel the same way. Hopefully it alleviates some frustration and you guys enjoy Madden a little bit more, shutting down these runs. But anyways, if you did like the video, please leave a like down below. Part 3 of the ebook is going to be coming out next week. It's going to be a little bit more of a pass coverage defense and how to stop people who spread you out more, like spread looks and trips tight end and stuff like that. So be ready for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to my second channel. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.
Now